Show night tonight.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Keith is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then there's Desmond Bain. Then there's Doncic, and it's Hunter in at the small forward position. And for the Mavericks, MV out there with Cam Whitmore. Then it's Flag. Then it's Derek Lively, and it's Pittman in at the 4 seed. And we've got our NBA Fright Night. Halloween, Greg. How about this? Some people love to go to the haunted houses. Some people like to stay home and give out candy. How about you?
Yeah, well, sometimes we've got to watch some haunted games, right? And some of these teams right now are playing some scary basketball.
And MP tries to bring out his best when he's matched up against any of the league's top teams. You know, he has said it publicly, but he puts a lot of stock in games like this one.
And that's the thing about MP. He loves the challenge. We've already seen how he can raise his game in this kind of a situation. I know he's more than fired up for this contest.
Now Flag after Luka Doncic's three-pointer that didn't go. Hunter on the wing. He had 15 points last out. Here's Doncic. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in.
Luka doesn't shoot a ton from the mid-range, but he's more than capable and effective when he does.
Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Well, Jason Kidd had a few moments to share with me. As you might expect, we talk about the game plan for defending Luka Doncic. Coach stressed that they'll double-team him often, saying, quote, we want him to feel challenged on every single shot. I don't want him to get exactly what he wants out there. Sounds like Luka should expect hands in his face at all times tonight. Kevin, back to you.
Great work as always, Allie. Thank you. So it's the Clippers now, following the score by Dallas. In the dunk by Doncic.
Can't let Doncic get the positioning he seeks, or he'll dunk all over you.
The drive by Booker. On the wing, Bane. Whitmore defending. And it's Doncic. That time on the assist by Bane. Doncic has got 6.
Luka is a massive guard. He can do damage inside just as easily as outside.
Pass to Whitmore. Here is Pippen. Now, here's MP. Play on the clock. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Booker's got his second bucket of the night.
A tenacious player. MP doesn't mind a little contact on the way up.
Outside, Bane. Back to Doncic. Score the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
And at 4 or 5 now, a nice start. I mean, he looks ready to make an impact offensively. So far, so good.
Here's Hunter. Over in the corner, Doncic. And he goes out of bounds. Last touch by Hunter. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. You take a look at Los Angeles. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And when you look at the Mavericks, they've got to be disappointed with their play. They just look disjointed, and their losing streak continues to grow as a result. A sharp pass to set up that high percentage shot in close.
Doncic with it. 23 points his last outing. There's no question, Clark, Tyronn Lue has been a stabilizing presence for this Clippers organization.
Yeah, I agree with you, Kevin. Ty Lue has fostered a really strong culture and has navigated some testy, difficult situations, which is why he's already viewed as one of the best coaches in franchise history.
Here's Doncic following the score by Dallas. Here's Zubac. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now, here's MP. This game an incredible scoring display for him. Pass to Pippen. MP outside. 6 on the shot clock. They get the rebound. Pittman. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. Pittman's got his second basket. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Clippers. Trailing by 2. And the foul called on MP. That is his first foul of the game.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time.
Oh, that's an outstanding view from the AT&T Connected Cam. Now, Doncic, he's got 8. Pulls from the top of the key.
And the shooter felt MP's presence right there. Good to see him making an impact at the defensive end.
Pass to Pittman. Shoots over Doncic. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Trying to take what the defense allows, but he couldn't get it to go.
Over to the wing. Here's Keith. Hunter, no one around him. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And the defense has to recognize this. Hunter is a legit threat to shoot off the catch.
Pass to Booker. And the refs are going to rule that unnecessary contact. It's a flagrant 1 foul.
And Kevin, I got to tell you, he's probably fortunate to just get a flagrant 1 there. I mean, so much contact. The officials easily could have gone even harder on it.
Greg, I agree. He better be on his best behavior from now on. 1 more flagrant of any variety, and he's out of here. The first free throw is good.
You know, one of the things you love about MP, he is certainly a team-first kind of a guy. Individual stats really don't do much for him. He wants to win, period.
That that one falls, so he hits both of them.
When you send somebody like him to the line, it's pretty much easy money.
Mavericks making a switch here. Irving's checked in. Pass to Whitmore. And here is Irving. Shot clock at 6. Here's Lively, and the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
And the Clippers making a change here. Gafford's checked in.
At the line for one, Lively.
Free throw, no good for Lively.
Rim running, shot blocking, rebounding, Lively, elite in all 3 categories.
Hunter, the pass to Gafford. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Pass to Whitmore. Here's Irving. Lively a screen on Bain. Kept alive. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Now, here's Hunter. And here is Bain. Doncic right side. And the rejection by Lively. Pass to Whitmore. Irving against Bain. Irving looking over the floor. Over Bain. No good from Irving. Clippers trail by 4. And the foul called on MP. That'll be his second foul in the game.
Already his second foul. He's in danger of getting into serious foul trouble early in this game.
Mavericks making a switch here. Houston's checked in. And then for Los Angeles, Toppin comes in for Keith. And Murray subbed in for DeAndre Hunter. Now, here's Bain. Hasn't made one yet.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
And a trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well.
Looking at Los Angeles, they took the win in their last game against Charlotte. Many players, Clark, can drive in and step back, but few do both as well as Luka Doncic.
Yeah, I agree with you there, man. He's special in that regard. And sometimes he can do both of those things in the same play, even multiple times. I mean, he's a ball-dominant guy, but he's got special scoring ability. His footwork is a big part of it, his ball handling, and his size. I mean, his size is deceptive, and I think underlooked sometimes in how he's able to do what he does with the basketball.
Here's Murray following the basket by MP. Murray kicks to Doncic. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Bain, no good. Dallas leading by 6. MP looking around. Irving passes to Lively. Booker outside. Dallas needs to get off a shot. And he's good on the 3-ball. And it's a 9-point Dallas lead.
And they've done the job on the offensive glass.
I like the activity there, keeping the ball alive and creating some second chance buckets.
And Tyronn Lue wants a timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Boston's checked in for Los Angeles. Christie comes in for Doncic. It's time now to look at the NBA's toughest defensive teams from a season ago. Second, the Mavericks. The Clippers third.
Yeah, if you want to see how hard these two teams play, just take a look at the points allowed a year ago. I mean, that is impressive.
Here's Christie. Last game we saw him score 13. In the corner, it's Toppin. Here's Houston. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it. They're tearing it up on the glass. Gets it inside and goes to work. That's how it's done.
And so here is Dallas after the Clippers pick up two. Okoro, he's checked in for Dallas. Outside Irving. Pass to Okoro. Just 5 to shoot. Capella sets a screen for Okoro. The three. Hits it from three-point range. And the Mavericks lead by 10.
It's early, but they are getting pummeled on the glass.
Well, they've got to take a stand and commit to controlling their defensive backboard. These second-chance buckets are killing them.
Here's Irving. Makes it off the glass. Irving's got 5.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up. A little more sense of urgency.
Yeah, they've got to do a little more to disrupt their offensive rhythm, too.
Now here's Murray. 11 points last game. Over Irving. And the shot is long. And so it's Irving who brings it up for Dallas. A fantastic stretch this group has strung together. 8 wins and counting.
Just playing really solid basketball right now. They're trusting each other more out there and attacking as a group. They're a fist, not individual fingers, which has made them tough to beat.
Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Thanks, guys. Kyrie Irving is becoming the sage veteran. He said, quote, "I used to think leadership is a lonely thing, and it's not. It's surrounding yourself with great-minded, great-hearted people, asking them to push you at times and picking them up when they're not able to be their best." Back to you.
Great perspective. Okay, Allie, we thank you for the report.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
Now here's Murray. Scoreless thus far. Pass to Toppin. No good from outside. Here's Houston. 2 points. That one goes. And the Mavericks lead by 13.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
And so it's MP making things happen for the Dallas Mavericks. Willing his team to a successful quarter performance, he seemed to stop at nothing to push the momentum. And we'll be back with you shortly. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Mavericks.
To me, their physicality has been the thing early on that stood out. They're not settling for one and done. They're following their shots and getting a lot of putbacks.
And they are also just outworking the opposition in transition. When the break is on, they've continued to find ways to score.
Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. They've got DeJounte Murray. Keith is out there with Daniel Gafford. Then there's Brandon Boston. And it's Christie in at the 2 spot. And we've seen it more than once. DeJounte Murray has been traded for huge hauls.
And that shows you his worth in this league. Teams have been willing to give up a lot to get him. You don't see that kind of length and versatility everywhere.
Here's Whitmore. Misses the three. Clippers trail by 10. Over in the corner, Christie. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Christie's got 6.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Capella with a screen on Murray. Murray against Irving. No good on that one. Murray with the defensive effort. And Los Angeles guys shooting 55% from the floor. They're feeling very confident offensively.
He's really capable from the mid-range. And I think the more Murray shoots from there, the more of a threat he'll be and the more well-rounded offensively he'll be.
Here's Whitmore following the score by DeJounte Murray. And the dunk by Capella.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Now, here is Irving. Following the miss by DeJounte Murray. Pass to Houston. Here's Okoro. Guarded by Keith. Okoro's shot is off. Clippers trail by 7. To the inside. Keith passes to Christie. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg.
Well, I like the way he capped off that drive. The one-hand hole punch.
And so now a timeout called by Jason Kidd. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. With some changes. Pittman's checked in, and MP subbed in for Okoro.
Substitution for your Mavericks. Pittman.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Here's Whitmore. The jumper from the free throw line is good.
And that's all the space he needs from that range.
Now here's Murray. 5 points in the game. Here is Keith. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And you know, something I remember from their last game was how good he was at the line.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, he attacked, got to the line a bunch, and cashed in on his chances. And, guys, the numbers don't lie. I mean, he was such a reliable presence at the free throw line all throughout last season.
And we've heard some coaches complaining about players getting away with traveling. Is that something, Greg, the league needs to clean up?
Well, it's inevitable that a few of those calls are going to be missed. But listen, you'd rather have that than officials whistling travels that didn't happen.
You know, his touch test has not been there tonight. You wonder how big their lead would be if he was hot.
Last big effort. Here's Christie. And it's Whitmore with the rebound. Mavericks leading by 4. Booker up top. Defended by Boston.
Good job by MP forcing the action.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
And I like what he did at the line a season ago. How about 81%?
You know, he really did excel at the stripe. I mean, they couldn't have asked for too much more from him when it came to knocking down free throws.
Free throw good, Booker. Doncic is checked in for Brandon Boston. Both good from the line that time. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Pittman with the rebound.
Look, when the defense leaves the mid-range open like that, you got to punish them, or they'll keep letting you shoot it.
And here's a look at some numbers for Cam Whitmore. The Mavericks have shot 80% from the line tonight, going 4 of 5 so far.
2 shots.
Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
One way to protect the lead, knock down those free throws, and 100% free throwing for the quarter, that's superb.
And both free throws good for MP.
They're not leaving any points at the free throw line this quarter. That's really the best way to protect the lead.
Here's Doncic. Impressive work inside from Doncic.
Tell you what, guys, that's not an easy finish, but somehow Doncic makes it look rather effortless.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game.
And one look at the box score will confirm that. Yeah, those were fine numbers he posted at the line. It was hard to find fault with anything he did from the stripe.
And that one misses.
Luka Doncic is a superstar in this league, and he continues to build on what is going to be some kind of resume when it's all said and done. Has every tool that you need to have to be an MVP one day.
And now, Allie McCoy says something for us from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. Well, MP in their last time out against the Pelicans really lit up the floor. He contributed 52 points, and he made a lot of shrewd decisions with the ball, which led to a hefty assist total for him. His numbers from that game jump off the stat sheet. He was just superb. Guys, let's see if he can do it again.
Thanks, as always, Allie, for that great report. It certainly was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
Yeah, you know, all indications are that he feels good coming into this. Feels confident that he can build on that prior success.
Whitmore with it. He's covered by Murray. 6 to shoot. Lets the 3 fly. Dallas no good that time either. Clippers trail by 3. Pass to Gafford. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Capella's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Whitmore with it. 17 points in his last outing. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
Hey, you know, what he lacks inside, he makes up for with his vertical.
Murray outside. Pass to Christie. Gafford sets the pick for Christie. And again, no good by the Clippers.
Well, he won't miss many of those. Not when he gets a good look like that.
Here's Pittman. Tries again. Keith grabs the miss. Keith's got 4 rebounds in this game. Christie the pass to Murray. Doncic outside. There's the triple. Pittman with the rebound. And it's Irving Irving with the ball for the Dallas Mavericks. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Pass to Capella. Now Whitmore, 4 on the shot clock. Can't cash in from the high post.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Back to Capella. The kick out to Irving. Here's Houston. Dallas, no good that time either.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Pass to Doncic. Murray outside. Screen by Gafford. Murray, no good. Mavericks leading by 5. Now Irving. He's got 7. Pass to Whitmore. Here's Houston. Here's Whitmore. He's covered by Murray. Good work there as it goes. Whitmore's got 6.
Took that orange right to the rack, and they just let him go by.
They swipe it. Irving against Keith. Now Whitmore. Irving sets a screen for Whitmore. Inside, Capella. Rebounded by Gafford. Gafford's got 5 rebounds tonight. Pass to Christie. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Here's Keith. And again, no good by the Clippers. Dallas has gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Capella with a screen on Murray. Here's Irving driving the lane. Doesn't go that time. Some solid defense from Gafford. Stripped it away. Here's Houston. Guarded by Doncic. Keith against Irving. The Clippers grab the miss. Keith's got his 5th rebound in this one. To the paint. Can they get it? Great pass to set up the lay-in. Keith's got 5 points now this quarter.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
And so now a timeout called by Jason Kidd. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. Los Angeles with some changes. Zubac is checked in for Daniel Gafford. Hunter comes in for Keith. And it's Bain in for Christie. Now here's Okoro, guarded by Bain. Back to Okoro. Down low. Knocked loose. Doncic with the steal. Outside, Bain. Pass to Zubac. Now here's Murray. Five to shoot. Pittman with the rebound.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding
has been the one differentiator thus far.
We've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
Here's Doncic. Following the basket by Kyrie Irving. Murray, the pass to Doncic. Hunter, for three. Mavericks with the rebound. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
And guys, they walked into the arena with a certain kind of swagger, and we really saw it play out on the offensive end.
And, you know, confidence is key there. They seem to play with a ton of it, especially on the offensive end.
Drains it from beyond the arc. Murray's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
He's been excellent in this period. Even though they're down, he's keeping them close.
Pass to Flag. Irving sets a screen for Flag. In the corner, Okoro with it. And Okoro throws it down.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, G.A., the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
And so here is Dallas, following the miss by DeJounte Murray. Pass to Flag. In the corner, Okoro with it. Off target from outside.
I think everybody in the building expected him to make that collective shot.
Murray finds Bain. And here is Doncic. Hunter with the screen on Irving. The three for Doncic. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
I know Doncic takes pride in being able to produce for his team, and he's doing it at a high level here.
Always going up for the alley-oop here. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Clippers trail by 5. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Clock at 6. In the corner, it's Bain. Offline with his three. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Mavericks lead by 5. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
Great to have you with us. Starting out, let's check out the award winners for Players of the Week. Out of the West, MP.
To no one's surprise, MP, individually, he's a level above. Also makes his teammates better. What more do you want?
Makes his coach look awfully good as well. And now, guys, it's time to talk about that challenging first half for the Clippers.
I don't know what they have to do to get a rebound. They're fortunate to still be in this game.
Well, we know rebounding is partly a hustle stat. But I don't know if the energy is their problem. They're just getting pushed around, Shaq.
And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
And welcome back to the second half of our Halloween broadcast. And here is Los Angeles. now. It's a 5-point game. We've got Derek Lively, MP out there with Whitmore. Then it's Flagg, and it's Pittman in at the power forward position. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Jason Kidd. Payne for 3, drills the three-pointer. Payne's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Hey team, this is the 4th and now longest coaching stop for the Mavericks' Jason Kidd. Kyrie Irving said he's learned from the past head coaching jobs that he's had and being with different players and seeing them improve. Now he's mastering his coaching philosophy and being an originator. Guys?
He has definitely seen it all. Allie, as always, we appreciate your reporting. Here's Payne following the basket by MP. Pass to Hunter, a 3-ball. And the Clippers hit again from deep.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
And guys, now that they're rolling from out there, the defense has to really get up into them. You got to almost be in their jerseys to try to deny those looks.
For Dallas, they have shot 6 of 7 at the line.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
And, you know, that just added to their confidence at the offensive end. I mean, knowing that free throw shooting was something they didn't have to worry about gave them a lot of confidence to play freely.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Pass to Keith. Back to Doncic. Over Booker. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Doncic has got 15.
3 for 3 this half. Nothing to complain about with that.
Now Flagg. Dallas moving the ball around. Back to Booker. One shot on the way. And Dallas again with the bucket.
Boy, this team needs to keep getting the rock to MP. He's been feeling it all night.
And it's Zubac atop the key. Doncic with a screen for Zubac. The 3. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the three-point bucket. And he'll go to the line to shoot 3.
Yeah, there was definitely some contact there on the three-point attempt.
You have to avoid fouls like that. As a defender, challenge the three-point shooter, but run by him, not into him.
That free throw good from Doncic. Irving's checked in for MP. And he's good on the second. Nails the third. The Mavericks leading. It's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here. Here's Whitmore. He has 6. And he banks in the layup. Whitmore's got 8 points.
They are on fire right now. That's 4 straight makes.
Doncic outside. For the tie. The Mavericks pull it in. Lively's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backcourt.
It's clearly been their edge, and in a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find.
Now, here's Payne. Back to Doncic. Jacks up a 3. The triple! Doncic!
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning. Have not stopped.
And it's Flagg missing. The Clippers trail. On On the wing, Doncic. Covered by Irving. And here we go. Fast break, and Whitmore's got it. Tries again. And Flag with the layup. Flag's got his third basket of the night.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Outside, Bain. Pass to Zubac. And here's Doncic from the arc. And it's Flag with the rebound. Flag's got 7 rebounds in the game. Irving kicks to Pittman. Lively sets a screen for Irving. Excellent defense there from Zubac. Clippers trail by 4. Well, with Zubac, obviously, Clark, you're getting strength. But he's underrated when it comes to skill. Good passer and nice ball skill.
Kevin, I like his little jump hook in the post. He's got a nice little touch with the push shot in there. He can get it done anywhere in the paint. You know, he knows exactly when to look for and take his shots. His IQ playing inside is as good as it gets.
Flag with it. 6 points for him. Here's Whitmore.
Locked in on defense. Bain doesn't give an inch.
And it's Whitmore missing. Outside, Bain. The 3 for Doncic. And Lively pulls it down. Lively's got his 6th rebound on the night. And a wide open look for Flag. Drops in the tray. Flag's got 7 points here in this quarter.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Pass to Hunter. Here is Keith. Connects on the 9-footer. Keith's got 7. Here's Irving. 9 points in the game so far. Here is Pippen. Now Flag. Another 3 for Dallas.
A tough first half, but it's been a different story here since the break.
Pass to Keith. Back to Doncic. And they double up Doncic. Payne for 3. Mavericks with the rebound. Lively's got 7 rebounds in the game. To the middle. Here's Whitmore. Another 3 for Dallas.
It works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
And here is Hunter. He's got 5. And it's Doncic missing.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Here's Whitmore. 11 points in the game. And that one drops. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Los Angeles. Trailing by 13. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Here is Keith. He's got 7. Pass to Hunter. Clock at 4. The 3 for Doncic. And it's Flag with the rebound.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Irving kicks to Pittman. Now Whitmore. He's got 13. And it's off from 3-point range. Keith passes to Bain. Pass to Doncic to end the run, and the layup is up and in. Doncic has got 10 points here in the second half.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Lively a screen on Doncic. Here's Irving. Lays it up off the glass. Irving's got the lead up to 13 now for the Mavs.
That's the thing about Kyrie. He's a 3-level scorer.
Zubac. Second chance shot. The shot misses. Good work defensively by Lively. Flag with it. He's got 12. Pass to Pittman. Beyond the arc. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Left side, Bain. Down low. Stolen by Lively. Here's Pittman, and he goes right over Luka Doncic and slams it down.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
Boy, and I used to love going up and jamming it down like that, guys.
Mavericks making a switch here. Houston's checked in. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Zubac. Toppin comes in for Keefe. Christie's checked in for Hunter. And it's DeJounte Murray in for Bain. Clippers trail by 16. Doncic outside. Over Irving. And it's Doncic missing.
I think he'd love to have that one back. Got the ball right where he wanted to and couldn't convert.
Inside. And finished off by Lively.
Operating the pick and roll like a surgeon. What a sequence by Kyrie.
Doncic outside. That's in there. Murray with the assist. Murray's got 3 assists tonight.
That gives him his second 3 of the half with 3 total for the game.
Here's Whitmore. He's got 13. Pass to Pittman for the 3. Second shot opportunity. And it's Lively getting it to go. Lively's got 8 points.
How frustrating for the defense. You get the stop, but then fail to block out.
Well, you know, that's the way it's going to be for them today, fellas. Can't sustain any momentum.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now, here is Irving. He's got 11. Nice D from Doncic.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Now, Whitmore following the 3-point attempt by DeJounte Murray. Takes the 3. The offensive rebound. Here's Houston. Off target from 3-point range.
He was wide open. That miss clearly on him.
Christie with the screen on Irving. Doncic outside. That shot missing. Mavericks leading by 17. Houston passes to Irving. Fires the 3. Rebound by the Clippers. Gafford's got his 8th rebound here tonight.
He had 1 3 in the first half, but hasn't had 1 since.
And every miss finds its way to his hands. What an impressive performance.
Tell you what, those are crazy numbers, guys. I mean, believe me, I was a good rebounder in my day. It is not easy to corral that many boards in one night.
Looking to get it going, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood
in the water. My man is going for the jugular.
Well, he only plays one way, and that's full throttle, all day, all the time, cold-blooded and lethal.
Free throw, good, Irving. 5 seconds left in the third. To end the cold streak, and the shot goes down. Gafford's got 6.
One of the reasons they're behind is because we haven't seen enough of that. He needs to become a bigger part of the offense.
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And a moment ago, inside the huddle with Coach Tyronn Lue.
Hey, we okay. Just one basket at a time, all right? Keep playing. Keep getting shots. That's all right. There's lots coming out of the basket. Just keep going, all right? We all right. They're going to come back in one possession. Got to keep playing, all right?
Imploring his guys to stay positive, not to get down on themselves.
Kevin, he wants his guys to just slow down a bit out there. Good message from Coach Lue.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Setting the floor for the Clippers. They've got Brandon Boston. Christie is out there with Murray. Then it's Keith. And it's Gafford in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Pass to Keith for 3. Houston with the rebound.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Outside Irving. Back to Booker. 6 on the shot clock. Outside Irving. 3-pointer. Rebound by Murray. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Clippers. It's an 18-point game. This one for 3. Pittman with the rebound. Pittman's got 13 rebounds in the game. Exceeding.
Give MP credit. Showing some skill right there. Drawing the whistle.
Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Mavericks.
I love the way they're finishing, penetrating, getting downhill, taking the game to their opponents. They've been the aggressors, and that's been impressive.
And another stat that they've excelled at is points off assists. They're moving the ball around and creating great looks for one another.
That one is off. Toppin, he's checked in for the Clippers. He doesn't get the second one. Well, Obi Toppin Clark has always been a guy that goes right at the rim.
Yeah, I think dunking was instilled in him at an early age because he does it in a variety of flavorful ways, if you will. His father was a street ball legend, and his college coach encouraged him to have that dunk-first mentality every chance he got.
Capella with a screen on Murray. Irving against Toppin. Fires from the line. Dallas, no good that time either. Clippers trail by 18. Pass to Boston. And here is Toppin. And he lobs it up toward the rim and stolen by Irving. Here's Houston. Defended by Boston. Here's Irving. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
You know, I like how Irving also keeps the defense guessing, keeps them off balance, and he's so crafty and creative around the basket.
A different look for the Clippers. Daniel Gafford comes in for Toppin. And Doncic is subbed in for Brandon Boston. So, Greg, in 2021, the NBA creating the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar Social Justice Champion Award. It's so great to recognize the work that's being done by so many NBA players.
It does, Kevin. And these players who are not just giving back, but giving a voice to the less fortunate and trying to shape policy towards justice and equality.
Mavericks making a change here. Okoro's checked in. Here's Gafford. Pass to Doncic. And stolen by Booker. And here we go. Booker heading to... Where did that come from? That was beautiful. What a punch. And another look at that last play with the AT&T connected cam. Clippers have gone 0-3 to start the fourth quarter. Doncic right side. And the Clippers miss again.
It pains me to see.
You can afford to get a little sloppy.
And Okoro over to help. Pass to Keith. Now here's Murray. Now here's Doncic, defended by Booker. Gafford trying to break free. That's good from Doncic on the assist by Murray.
Offensively, he's carrying his weight, doing his part. Maybe they should get the ball to him a little bit more.
Booker inside, guarded by Doncic. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. And so Doncic will bring it up for Los Angeles. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points.
And he placed that pass out in front of him and let him just run into it in rhythm.
Here's MP after the Clippers pick up 2. Out to the wing. Houston passes to Irving. 6 to shoot. From deep. Murray with the defensive effort. Clippers trail by 18. Keith passes to Doncic. And too long on the shot. Doncic against MP. There's the 3. Lucky 7 drops in. He's perfect from the floor. 7 for 7.
And he's the main reason they have the lead right now. He's been perfect from the field, literally.
Pass to Murray. Back to Doncic. Here's the 3. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 6 assists now in the game.
They're giving him a little too much space out there. That's his 3rd triple since halftime.
Now, here's MP. Here's Pittman. That shot is in, just like 6 others have been for him. He's shooting 7 for 15.
Out of the pick and roll, MP able to read and react.
Murray outside. Over in the corner, Christie. From outside, off the mark. Mavericks leading by 20. Booker outside. Pass to Houston. Dallas moving the ball around. Fades. No good from Booker. LA has gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. Gafford, high post. Here is Keith. And here is Doncic, defended by Booker. Another shot, and Doncic lays it in. Doncic has got 7 now in this quarter.
That's the weight room strength of Doncic right there. Fully displayed.
And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. And Los Angeles with some changes. Hunter's checked in for Daniel Gafford. And it's Bain in for Christie. Now, here's MP. Here's White. Dallas, no good that time either. Clippers trail by 18. And here is Bain. Pass to Doncic. Bain looking around. Fires away from way outside. It's rebounded by Dallas. Booker's got 4 rebounds in this game. From the arc, It's good from long range. Booker's got 12 points in just the second half.
I really think the pull-up is the toughest shot to defend. MP using it to his advantage there.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Murray, good.
What a move that time. Crossed up the whole building on that play.
Dallas leading by 19. On the wing, Booker, guarded by Doncic. Pass to Lively. Shot clock at 6. Lively sets a screen for Booker. Pulls it up. Lively's shot is off. Clippers trail by 19. Takes a step back. Murray with it. Now defended by Flagg. Bain sets the screen for Murray. And Lively pulls it down. Lively's got rebound number 13 with that last one. Back to MP. Pass to Flagg. And Flagg throws it down.
That's really an outstanding assist, creating a great opportunity inside. You can see the chemistry between those guys.
And so Doncic will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. That's in there. Murray with the assist. Murray's got his 7th assist in the game.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Lively, that's good.
You can tell Lively knows his position well, knows how to be efficient as the roll man.
And stolen by MP. Pass to Flagg. Got it. Number 7 on the night. 7 for 11 from the floor.
Wow, has he flipped the switch at halftime. Much more effective here in the second half.
Doncic kicks to Murray. Oh, good on the 3.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Here's Booker. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Luka Doncic. Greg, we've had a couple of NBA Cups in the book already. What have you thought of it so far?
A little added excitement and interest early in the regular season, and I'm all for it. Between that and the play-in, I think the NBA's done a great job to kind of make every part of the calendar relevant.
Making a switch here. Pippen's checked in. Zubac is checked in for Los Angeles. Free throw good, Booker. Hey, Clark, we know resistance training is something pretty much every player does. Is that prevalent back in the 80s when you played?
That's 4 decades ago, Kevin, and it wasn't as prevalent as it is now. I mean, it's commonplace, and kids get exposed to the benefits of weight training and strength training for any sport, but particularly basketball, at a much earlier age now. So it's part of who they are once they get to the college level and then on to the NBA. But the core strengthening, the stability work of that area between your knees and your sternum, the middle of your chest, boy, that type of work has made a huge difference and would have made a great difference, I think, in my career had it been as prevalent as it is now.
At the line for Dallas.
Free throw good, Booker. Both free throws good from Booker. Clippers shooting a paltry 33% in the fourth. Not a good showing for this offense. Back to Doncic. Shot to stop the run, and he lays it up and in. Doncic has got 37.
You can't say enough about his individual performance. I don't think you can overstate it. I mean, even if the all-around team effort's been lacking, this guy's been on top of things.
Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so one free throw coming up.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
Officiating is always a hot topic among fans, Greg. That's never going to go away. And some people think the game is called too closely now.
Careful, Kevin. We don't need any fines over here. Fans are bound to get frustrated with certain calls, but overall, I think our officials do a great job, and the game is about as fair as it can be.
Free throw good. Ford. Here's Bain. It's outside. Good on the triple. Doncic has got 40 points.
You know, if Luka wants the three-point shot, he just takes it. No hesitation.
MP up top. Guarded by Doncic. Booker, good.
I mean, he makes plays like that in his sleep. The game is just far too easy. And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Mavericks.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. Can you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game?
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And they took charge when it counted, and be notching their 9th win overall.
And I felt like by making those sharp in-game adjustments, they've really taken control of this season series now. This win will move them to 2-0 on the season with 2 left to play against the Clippers.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for MP.
Tell you what, this guy worked his behind off on both ends of the floor. He was really an intimidating presence out there.
And he makes the first. And for the NBA, anytime there's a blip in the ratings, Clark, you've got those who will begin to criticize the state of the game. Do you find any credence there?
I think in many cases it's a bit of an overreach, an attempt to try to define something simply that's more complex to have a simple answer for a complex situation. I do think the league is very much on the right track in continuing to listen to criticisms and then evaluate them on their merit.
Now here's Booker. Three-pointer nailed from three-point land. Booker's got 35 in the game.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this in the way.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
And I like the bold move of going right back at him to return the three, but he just couldn't get it to go.
Lets it go from deep. Keith grabs the miss.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Ford against Bain. To the paint. 8 feet away. Gooden with the rebound. Now MP off target. So no problem for Dallas as they get the win. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just